Hello again, welcome to another edition of the Real Ale Guide. Again, thank you to Ales by Mail for sending such a wonderful looking t-shirt. It does fit me very well. www.alesbymail.com. This time we are looking at Oxfordshire Ales MarshMellow. It won a silver medal in 2008. It's 4.8%, 4.7% ABV. I'd like to just get this to focus because it's got a fantastic picture there of some old black and white photo of people brewing beer. I don't know if it is the actual company photo when it first started. Maybe it is. Bicester Beers and Minerals. Fantastic. Okay. They're from Oxfordshire, of course. Just before I open this, I want to give a quick shout out to somebody I met over Twitter. His name is Nat Schooner, or Schooler, if I got that wrong. He works for Oxfordshire Ales, this company here. He got in contact with me, we've been talking good beer. I went down to the Great British Beer Festival just a couple of days ago, and we were looking to meet, but unfortunately it was such a busy day. Got to meet a load of good brewers, and it just, before I knew it, it was time to go home. So unfortunately I couldn't get to meet Nat, but if you go on Twitter, his name is Taste Ale. Search for him, Taste Ale. Just open this beer. You can also find Ales by Mail on Twitter. You can always find Ales by Mail on Facebook. They've got a Facebook page. Get in contact with them if you want to enjoy any of these fine looking beers. Now this one looks to be, I don't think this is a bottle conditioned beer. This to me looks very clear, very crisp. Small head but lovely carbonation. I'm not sure if that's got anything to do with the glass I'm using. It has got a widget. Let's get the nose. First of all, before I get the nose, let's get the colour. I do like the colour of this beer. It's got a very golden red look about it. More so than the red ale I did just before. Lovely head, which is building slowly. It's not very often you get a head which builds. I quite like to see that. Just want to get this focused with the carbonation. It is raging along there. That is the trouble with these lager glasses. There you go. Let's get the nose. Wow, overwhelming toffee, overwhelming brown sugar, overwhelming. Yeah, I'd say it is a massive nose. The brown sugar on this. Let's dig in. Now then, this is very interesting. I was kind of expecting a man's brown ale here, where you start drinking it and you think, this is just way too sweet. This is way too sweet. But as I just mentioned, I thought I was going to have exactly the same experience here, but it's not. It really isn't. Alright, you do get the brown sugar, but it mixes well with this definite hint of caramel there. Definite hints of caramel. It is, if you really think about it, it's one of these beers that is totally dominated by the caramel and the brown sugar taste. But if you really think about this beer, you get a slight hint of the hoppy nature of the beer, which leans towards a hint of, I'd say, a very small hint of peach in this beer. But it's very smooth. It is a very smooth beer. It's one of these beers, 4.7%. You could sit back, session, enjoy, have a few with a meal, but it's not on. I can't say on the other hand, but it could be that this type of beer is so smooth and is so well balanced, which is a tribute to the brewer, that it could catch up with you. It really could. You could find yourself on your third pint of this without you really knowing about it, except you got to go back and forth the bar, of course. But it's one of them beers which really you would never really think that it was 4.7%. It drinks like a 3.5% beer, which is kind of a big tribute to the brewer. There's some fantastic flavours packed into this beer. What I like to do when I get down to this stage of the pint, I really like to wash my beer around. I want to get my nose in, release some of the aromas, and yeah, it just backs up my taste. It just backs up my taste where you've got big caramel, brown sugar notes to the beer, followed by small hints of peach, like a peachy hoppy flavour. But it's a pretty good beer. I'd just like to give this opportunity to read on the back of the bottle. Brewed in Marsh, Gibbon. MarshMellow. What a good name for the beer. Oxfordshire Ales MarshMellow. Try and say that after 4 or 5 pints. The signature beer of the Oxfordshire Ale range. Beer traditionally brewed for a contemporary real ale experience. This beer has all the elements of a classic real ale with a contemporary easy drinking quality. I just want to stop there, because for a real ale, they're quite obviously saying this is a real ale. They've mentioned it twice in the description already. Look how clear that is. Even the fly wants some. Look at that. He's gone. But look how clear that is for a real ale. Next to no carbonation, sediment should I say. Looks very clear. I'll read on. I'll go back over this. This beer has all the elements of a classic real ale with a contemporary easy drinking quality. It is easy drinking, as I mentioned. Deep amber in colour, MarshMellow is strong with a generous warming flavour. Deliciously fruity and malty, this beer provides a thirst quenching pint, leaving you with a lingering bitter aftertaste, sought by those who know about good real ale. Is this a good real ale? I'm going to say yes. It is, absolutely. At this stage of the review, I asked myself, would I return? Would I buy another Oxfordshire Ales MarshMellow at the bar? Or if I seen it in a shop, would I pick up a couple of bottles? Absolutely. You do in life, don't you? You just do. I made a motto of always finishing a pint on the Real Ale Guide. But sometimes a beer is that good that I want to share it with Mrs. Real Ale Guide, who's just sitting down relaxing. I want to go and take her this beer and let her try it. So I'm not going to finish the whole pint. I used to say we always finish a pint on the Real Ale Guide, but now that I've got a partner in crime, I like to take some in for her to try. If you want to get in contact with Oxfordshire Ales, it's www.oxfordshireales.co.uk. I got a contact for you. Like I say, his name is Nat. If you want to tweet him at Taste Ale, he'd be able to tell you all about Oxfordshire Ales and their MarshMellow. If you want to order this beer or any more beers from Ales by Mail, check out their website. I believe they sell real ale sausages and bits and pieces, which sounds good to me. Get in contact with them at www.alesbymail.com. Time for a rating. Oxfordshire Ales MarshMellow, for me, gets a pretty good 7 out of 10. That's 2 7 out of 10s in a row. Thanks again to Ales by Mail. Thanks to Nat, Taste Ale, for speaking to me about Oxfordshire Ales. Thanks to all of you who watch the channel. You can get in contact with me on realaleguide@googlemail.com. Facebook is www.facebook.com/realaleCraftBeer, and Twitter is www.twitter.com/realaletoday. I gotta go, I'm getting a bit tongue-tied. Thanks for watching another edition. Always come back to YouTube. I will always answer every comment that comes my way. Subscribe if you like, and cheers.